and I'm here with some things that I have in my craft room that totally make sense and I can't live without. Epoxy squeeze bottles. So many different things that you can use out there. I feel like I've tried like every single kind that there is, and I found one that I absolutely love. I used the FIFO bottles, FIFO, I don't know how you say it. I used that type of bottle for a really long time, probably a good year. Half the time they would end up leaking out. I tried epoxying the lid shut, Gorilla Gluing it, like so many different things, and no matter what I did, they just leaked everywhere. Honey jars worked really good for a little while. Then I discovered that the bottles that have like a rubber opening where you squeeze it, eventually that can either kind of rip or just kind of go funky. It makes it really hard to dispense it, especially if your epoxy is thicker. I love fast setting epoxy. You use that, you know it is thicker than regular epoxy is. And I tried a few other squeeze bottles and I just couldn't find anything. But then I found this one. Got them on Amazon. I've been using them for about a year and a half. This is the only bottle that I will ever use for my epoxy, hands down. Let me show you why. It actually has a wide opening. So when I go to refill this with my epoxy, I don't have to worry about making a giant mess everywhere. And the lid just screws on really easily. Plus, I really like how this closes because it's really airtight on there and I've never had any issues with it. So these bottles hold 550 milliliters of epoxy. So you hold quite a bit, so I'm not having to refill it constantly. So these are my fast set bottles. I just cut out some vinyl and put them on there so I knew what was what. Put what part they were on the lids just for when I refill them. I just want to make sure I don't get them mixed up. Otherwise, you're not ever getting that lid off. When I go to pour my epoxy, let me just tell you, this opening, it is the perfect size. Not too small and not too big. Also, I like them because they squeeze really good. I mean, you don't have a ton left. I mean, you can kind of squeeze it and it helps that come down. But yes, these are hands down my absolute favorite bottles to use for epoxy. I've been asked about them a few times. These are for sure a definite craft room must-have. So if you've been looking for a good bottle to put your epoxy resin in, highly recommend these ones. They're amazing. I do have these on my storefronts. Check that out. Oh, also, they clean up really well. Always a big concern. I reuse them over and over and over again. Any questions on the bottles though, please just let me know. I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day. Happy epoxying. Bye!